Right, curious minds, welcome back. Great to have you with us for another deep dive.
Yeah, good to be here.
Today we're getting into something you hear all the time in crypto. Altcoins.
With a fundamental concept, really.
Definitely. And it seems simple, but there's actually quite a bit under the surface. So our plan today, using a great beginner's guide from Crypto Moose and our own digging,
Is to go beyond just the definition.
Exactly. We want to get to the heart of what altcoins are, why they even exist, and how they've shaped this whole crypto world we see.
It's crucial, I think. Understanding the foundations helps make sense of the rapid changes we see. It's not just what an altcoin is, but why.
Right.
So maybe the first question for you listening is, what actually is an altcoin in this, ever-evolving space?
Okay, good place to start. So the source, Crypto Moose, puts it pretty simply. An altcoin is an alternative asset to Bitcoin.
An alternative, yeah.
You'll hear people just say alts a lot too, for short. Basically, if it's crypto, but it's not Bitcoin.
It's an altcoin. Simple as that on the surface.
But why does that distinction even matter so much? Why separate Bitcoin out?
Well, that's the key, isn't it? Bitcoin's position is unique. It was groundbreaking. It was the first blockchain to really work,
Okay.
It wasn't just theory. It actually functioned, solved that whole double spending problem without a central authority. And it was the first peer-to-peer network for value exchange.
Right. No banks needed.
Precisely. That just laid the entire foundation for everything that followed. It proved the concept.
So Bitcoin sets the stage. Then others come along.
Exactly. And they weren't just clones. They aimed to, improve or specialize. Our source mentions Litecoin.
Oh, yeah, Litecoin. Often called the silver to Bitcoin's gold, right?
Kind of. It was maybe the first altcoin, and its main goal was faster transactions.
Faster than Bitcoin.
Yeah, potentially making it more suitable for everyday payments, smaller stuff.
Yeah.
So it carved out its own niche.
Okay, so faster transactions was one angle. What came next?
Yeah. Well, the big leap, arguably, was the arrival of smart contract blockchains. Think Ethereum.
Ethereum, okay. That's huge.
Huge. Because it wasn't just about sending value. It allowed for self-executing activity. Like code built onto the blockchain that runs automatically when conditions are met.
Digital agreements, basically.
Exactly. That opened the floodgates. Suddenly, you could build projects on top of Ethereum.
Right, use their network.
And utilize their security, which is massive. Instead of building everything from scratch, you leverage Ethereum's established network. This leads to things like an ERC20 token.
Which is still an altcoin.
Absolutely. It's a token built on Ethereum following a specific standard, but it's still an alternative asset to Bitcoin. And Ethereum isn't alone. You see projects built on Cardano too, for instance.
Got it. So if I go to a site, say CoinMarketCap,
Yeah.
I see Bitcoin at the top, number one.
Yeah.
And then everything listed below it, Ethereum, Tether, XRP, Solana, all those. They're all altcoins.
That's right. Every single one. And it highlights an important point you touched on.
Which is
that while some altcoins are totally their own blockchains, built from the ground up with their own rules.
like Litecoin, maybe.
Potentially, yes. But many, many others are indeed built on top of other chains, like those ERC20 tokens on Ethereum.
Okay.
But whether it's its own chain or built on another, it still fits that core idea. It's an alternative token to Bitcoin, and they offer this huge variety of functions and purposes.
It's pretty amazing how diverse it's become. You have Bitcoin, the original, and then this explosion of alternatives, trying different things, building on each other, or starting fresh. What strikes you most about how they found their space?
I think it's that inherent drive to innovate or solve a specific problem Bitcoin didn't or couldn't address initially. Speed, programmability, specific applications.
Yeah.
So wrapping it up, altcoins are, quite simply, any crypto that isn't Bitcoin. That's the baseline.
But the key is they often bring something new. New features, different goals, sometimes built on existing networks, sometimes brand new ones.
Exactly. Creating this incredibly vast and dynamic landscape.
So the big takeaway really is that altcoin isn't just one thing. It's this massive, diverse universe of digital assets beyond Bitcoin, constantly evolving.
Constantly pushing boundaries, which, leads to a really interesting question for you to think about.
Oh.
As all these new projects keep emerging, building on chains, creating new tokens, how are these alternatives going to continue shaping the future? Not just of crypto, but maybe finance, the internet, digital interaction itself?
That is a big question, something definitely worth mulling over.
For sure.
Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of altcoins. We hope this helped clarify things.
Hope so too.
Keep exploring, stay curious, and we'll catch you on the next one.